She looked like every other kid on the plane, hoodie up, earbuds in, fast asleep in seat 23A. 2 seconds later, her call sign on the fighter frequency made hardened Raptor pilots sit bolt upright, as if someone had struck a bell. Picture the cabin, a Boeing shuddering through a thin winter sky, a mother soothing a baby in 24B, a sleeping teenager tucked under a blanket. Nobody notices seat 23A until the cockpit lights flash, the smoke alarm wails, and the captain's voice goes tight. Mayday, cargo fire, we're losing electrics. Panic blooms like frost. Oxygen masks sway. The autopilot coughs and dies. Air traffic control asks for intentions. The crew tries checklists and finds one system after another failing. Outside, two F-22 Raptors flick into formation. Routine escort for a bad situation over jagged, unforgiving terrain. The fighters call on guard, asking who's on frequency. Then a soft, steady voice answers. Trix is here. Inside the jet, the ordinary kid opens an eye, reaches up, and says without fear, "Patch me to the Raptors." A hush falls over the radio. The name Trix isn't a nickname, it's a legend. Pilots who'd once flown dogfights and red flag missions hear the voice, and the world narrows to a single, clear line of commands. She doesn't scream, she diagnoses. She tells the captain to feather off non-essential systems, to bank for a shallow glide, to time the dump of fuel away from the fire. She cues the Raptors to mark wind shear and give real-time vectors through the narrow valley. For 11 long minutes, she threads that wounded 737 between granite teeth and a newborn son, trading calm, exact instructions across channels full of static and fear. The runway appears like salvation. Tires scream, the jet slams down hard but stays whole. Fire trucks roar, crews swarm, passengers weep, applaud, and take shaky videos. But the girl in the hoodie is already melted into the crowd, her military patch tucked unseen, her mission done. On the tarmac, fighter pilots remove their helmets, eyes wet with relief and respect. They say the frequency smelled of smoke and courage, and that the name Trix carried the hush of earned authority. Heroes aren't always headline makers. Sometimes they're the quiet voice on an emergency frequency, the person who knows the numbers so well they can steady the world. If that gave you goosebumps, hit like, subscribe, and tell me in the comments, what call sign would you earn when it counts?